You have been making a fist around money for years, and your hand has gone numb. You thought the next raise would do it, then the next, then the bonus, then the promotion. You have checked every box on the list someone gave you when you were young enough to believe that money bought what money cannot touch. And now you are here, more than you dreamed, less than you expected, and as silence, where satisfaction was supposed to land. The last time you got a raise, the feeling lasted a week, maybe less. Then the silence came back faster than before. You stopped expecting it. Now you hold not because it helps, because it is the only thing left that feels like control. And control is not the same as peace. You know the difference. You have known it for years. What you are holding has hardened into something you carry. Not your heart. Something heavier. Something that does not beat. At 13, Andrew Carnegie earned $1.20 a week in a cotton factory, working 12 hours a day in a dark room with no windows. He became the richest man in the world, then wrote, "The man who dies rich dies disgraced." You have more than Carnegie had at your age. You have more than most people on earth will ever see, and you still cannot open your hand. Not because you are broken, because you are holding something that was never designed to stay in your hands. The steel did not care who owned it, only what it could hold. Here is the question you have been avoiding for years. What are you holding that was never yours to keep? You tell yourself the money is safety. You tell yourself the next zero will be the one that finally lets you exhale. But somewhere behind those words is something you will not say out loud. Every dollar you hold that should move becomes a wall. Every year you wait to give, you are not protecting your future. You are building a prison in the present. How long did the feeling last after your last raise? A day? A week? Maybe a month if you were lucky. And then the silence returned. Because the number was never the problem. The holding was the problem. Carnegie wrote the rule you have never read. He said, surplus wealth is a sacred trust. Not a trophy. Not a scoreboard. Not proof that you won the game. A trust. Money beyond what you and your family genuinely need is not yours to keep. It never was. You borrowed it from the world on the condition that you would send it back where it could do something. You borrowed it from the future on the promise that you would not let it rot in your accounts while people around you needed what you were hoarding. You have been acting like a blocked pipe, pressure building, nothing moving, measuring your worth by how much you have kept, not by how much you have moved. Carnegie learned to let it flow. Look at your hands right now. Are they open or closed? Not as a metaphor. Right now, while you read this, are your hands open or closed? Most people do not notice they have been making fists for years. You have been making a fist around numbers in an app. You have been making a fist around a house that is too big. You have been making a fist around a car you do not need. You have been making a fist around money that was supposed to become a library, a scholarship, a hospital bed, a meal for someone who has not eaten today. Open your hand. Hold it open. That is the first thing you have given away in years. Carnegie did not become generous when he was rich. He became rich because he learned early that holding kills momentum. He worked 364 days a year. He only rested on July 4th. One day, then back to the mill. Not because he loved work, because he knew that the moment you stop, the weight settles on you. And once the weight settles, you never move it again. He gave train orders without permission when his boss was absent. He was 14 years old. He could have been fired. He could have been arrested. He did it anyway because he understood something you have forgotten. Permission is not given. Permission is taken by people who know what they are holding and what they are not. His first library had no books, just shelves and a door that opened on Saturdays. He filled it later. The opening came first. He built libraries while he was still paying off the mortgage on his mother's house. He gave away his first earnings before he had savings. He gave while he had nothing because he knew that giving was not something you do when you are safe. Giving was how you became safe. Here is what the steel taught him. A beam that holds too much weight does not stand forever. It does not slowly weaken. It cracks. It breaks. It falls without warning. The thing you are holding is already heavier than you can carry. You just have not admitted it yet because admitting it would mean you have to do something about it. And doing something is harder than holding. You are not an owner. You are a pipe. The money comes through you, not to you. The moment you believe it arrived, you stopped. And everything you have built since then has been a monument to the day you decided to hold instead of move. You feel the weight because you were never meant to carry it. The men who built Carnegie's mills did not keep the steel they made. They moved it. They heated it. They shaped it. They sent it down the line. And then they went home. The money was always supposed to move past you, not stop at you. You have enough. You have always had enough. The question is whether you will die before you see it. The steel did not care who owned it, only what it could hold. Neither should you. Carnegie sold everything at 65. $480 million. He walked away. He never visited the mills again. Not because he was tired. Because he had proved to himself what he had written 30 years earlier. The man who dies rich dies disgraced. He did not want to be that man. He did not want his children to be that family. He did not want his name to be carved on a stone above a balance that helped no one. So he stopped being an owner. He became a pipe. He gave away 90%. And he did not look back. Tomorrow morning, before you check your phone, open one hand. Hold it open for 10 seconds. That is the first thing you have given away in years. Then name one thing you are holding that was never yours to keep. A dollar amount you have been waiting to cross. A possession you dust but do not use. A number that has not made you feel anything for years. Say it out loud. I am holding something that was never mine to keep. The steel does not care who owned it. But you are not steel. You are a pipe. And pipes are not built to hold. They are built to flow. You already know this. You have always known this. I earn with my hands, not my name. I earn with my hands, not my name. I earn with my hands, not my name.